I wanted this bad, now look where I'm at, I cannot be mad. Jumped in the game and I did the dash. There's no looking back, can't live in the past. I know that you sad, go get you a bag. All of this winning is making you.
This is Alexis Morgan, your 2K MC, and I'm ready for some fun because we have your top.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the K-Date. Point forwards and big guards in demand. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at New York, they were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance.
Well, I think for New York, they're already looking to the offseason, and that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
The body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Joe Ingles. Chris Paul is out there with Robinson. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Love in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Seattle, we've got Nance. Harris is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here is Paul, after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. And it goes out of bounds, last touch by Paul. Here's Lillard. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Early on, Brent, what are some of the intangibles you look for in a team that may be taking the next step?
First of all, is the player who's returning that's shouldering most of the responsibility, is he any better than last season, Kevin? Now, has there been some growth in his game? Secondarily,
the great ones always grow.
They always do, and they're really sharp usually coming out of summertime, and they're ready to go. Second thing is, has the roster been tinkered with a little bit or tweaked a little bit to enhance what it is that the skill set of the star player is going to provide for their team throughout the next 8 months of the season?
Now here's Lillard. Danilo Gallinari unable to get his last shot to go. And that one's good. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Well, the defense sinking and filling the lane, but Lillard stops short and floats one over the top.
Paul passes to Robinson. Buries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And a deep three from Lillard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Ingles. And it's blocked. Here's Bogdanovic. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Out to the right wing. Here's Paul. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. And that'll tie this game up.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
And it's Lillard missing.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Shoots over Lillard, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Bogdanovic who brings up the ball for Seattle.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Now here's Turner. And the layup's good off the glass. Turner's got his second bucket tonight.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
New York shooting their first free throw tonight. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point.
You know, just such leadership that Chris Paul brings every night to the floor. It commands your respect and the opponent's respect, and it's making everyone around him better right now.
Now here is Harris. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Seattle has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Some solid defense from Robinson.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Paul with the ball. From deep three-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Well, the key there.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. New York ahead, up by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Damian Lillard out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. And there's Miles Turner. And it's Nance in at the 4. They're the group for Seattle starting the second. Now, here is Robinson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against.
And you could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
Here's Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Gallinari. Three-pointer. Craps in the tray. Gallinari's got the lead up to 2 now for the Knicks.
And that 3 ball from Gallo looks good. Just very impressive form right there.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
But the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
Here is Love. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. And it's Paul missing.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Bogdanovic dishes to Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the 3-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
Robinson. Love trying to break loose. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 5.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Love can't hit. Seattle has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Harris passes to Lillard. Good D by Love.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much.
I feel like Tobias Harris's confidence has grown over the past couple seasons, especially on the offensive end. Very capable of taking advantage of smaller defenders.
Now, here is Robinson. He's got 5. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got his second basket of the game.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Ball against Lillard. Shot from 16. That's good, and the Seattle lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Chris Paul.
Well, that's a sweet spot for Paul. That zone between the arc and the paint might be his favorite. A career 50% two-point shooter.
And that one's good. Lillard.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Harris against Robinson. And here's Love from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
Kevin Love recognizes the space before he caught the ball, so plenty of room to shoot that ball.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. That doesn't go. He's 5 of 12 on the night. Ingles, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's the 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, checking out Seattle. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this whole...
And it's just about...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Tipping off the second half, here's David Fizdale's 5. They've got Chris Paul. Gallinari is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Robinson, and it's Love in at the 5. Here's Lillard. Good, and Harris gets the assist. 14 points for Damian Lillard. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, do you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very, very...
No kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. Turner inside. Robinson on him.
And the ceiling Turner has is impressive. Has the potential to be a dominant big man in this league.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead.
Ball against Bogdanovich for the lead. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And it's Harris with the ball for Seattle. It's a one-point game.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
For Seattle, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovich has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player.
Here's Paul, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Deceptive speed from Paul there. You never know what he's going to do.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Oh, Nance in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
This is a nice connection with Larry Nance Jr. Throw it his way. He'll take care of the rest.
Paul against Lillard. A floater in deep. Paul drops it in. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
New York's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Well, what we've seen here tonight, Chris Paul can put points up on the board still in a hurry, just carrying the offensive load right now.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Paul looking around. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player,
that aspect of his game still as strong as ever.
New York trailing. To the paint. Here's Love. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Lillard outside. Harris outside. Paul against Lillard. Here's Nance. Turner trying to free himself up. The shot's good from Nance. Nance has got 4 points this quarter.
You got to do better than that on Larry Nance Jr. Outstanding at keeping his balance even after getting hit.
And it's Paul missing. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Seattle leads by only. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for Seattle, Bogdanovich out there with Nance. And there's Miles Turner. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Harris in at the 2.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and, boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Seattle leading by 4. Lillard from outside sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 20 points.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
And Seattle's shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And Seattle leads by 6.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
A smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Fizdale said to the team. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Ingles kicks to Paul. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Back to Ingles. Now the dish to Paul. Shoots over Lillard. New York, no good that time either. Seattle leading by 6. Looking for Harris. He gets it there.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
For New York, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Robinson against Harris. Robinson dishes to Paul. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Lillard, and the rejection by Love.
Encouraging signs when Kevin Love is that intense on the defensive end. Swats that one away.
And the basket by Ingles.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Ball against Lillard. Oh, Nance in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
If you look at career assist numbers for Damian Lillard, the stats don't really jump off the page at you. He's been asked to score more, but he's a creative playmaker when need be.
Takes the 13-footer, and it's Seattle with the rebound.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Ingles can't get it to go. For Seattle, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Harris passes to Bogdanovich. And there's the pass to Turner. And it's blocked.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Here's Seattle. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Bogdanovich wide open. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 10 now for Seattle.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
New York, no good that time either. Now here's Lillard. So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. A confident win and one where they, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.